Good morning. So today I am going to do a full face using several new Jones Road products that I got. This is not a first impressions. I have been using these a little bit, and so while I'm not super familiar with them, I do have some ideas of what works and what doesn't work. And so I'm going to try to do some troubleshooting to make everything work well together. I've got two of their base products. I've got the foundation and the Just Enough, which is a tinted moisturizer. So the What the Foundation was their first complexion product, and it's kind of like a combination between like a skincare and with some pigment and coverage to it. And then the Just Enough is a tinted moisturizer in like the truest sense of the word. It is a moisturizer that has tint in it. So both of these are very skincare forward complexion products. I'm going to apply this, and then I'm going to remove this, and then I'm going to apply this, because I've done it with half and half, and they give you a very different complexion. So they don't really, that doesn't work well. And I would like to do something after this, and so I don't want my makeup to look yucky. This is going to be a very like no makeup kind of look today. And then I also have the Miracle Balm. I've got their the Best pencil in brown. It's in this color. And I've got a mini of their lipsticks, just called the Classic Lip, and I have it in Nudist. So we will be using all of those. And then I've got some other things to kind of fill in to make it a full face of makeup. I've already done my skincare. I have sunscreen on. So now I'm just going to go in with the foundation. So I feel like this works best with fingers. So that's what I'm going to use today. I'm not going to use a brush. This is a very thick emollient product. I have the next to lightest shade. It's called Porcelain. It is the lightest neutral shade that they have. The lightest shade is cool toned. So I got this one, and it looks dark in here, but it works fine on my skin. It definitely has a scent to it, but it doesn't seem necessarily like a scent of an added scent. It's more like the ingredients may have a scent to it. It smells very like moisturizing scent. It's kind of like herbal smelling. Okay. So there you have it. That is what the foundation, even though it looked dark, it goes fine with my neck. It is, so you don't need a ton of product, but it feels heavy because it's almost like it is a very thick, like night cream almost, with some tint to it. So it does even out your skin tone. I think this would be a fantastic product if you're a person that has dry skin and you really don't like the look of makeup, but you want to have a little bit of perfecting going on. Because I think for this product to work best, you really can't have much skincare underneath it. So if you're a person that really likes to get into your skincare, this is not for you, because you kind of need to have not a lot of skincare on for, I think, this to perform the best. I also don't know how it would do with things over it, and maybe if I used it without skincare on before, but I'm never not going to wear sunscreen, so I don't know if it would work or not. It doesn't fully set down. It absorbs in like a moisturizer would. The So your face never gets fully dry after you put this on. So anything that you put on top of it is going to be emollient to some degree. So again, if you have dry skin and you like kind of a no makeup kind of look, I think this would be great for you. If you have oily skin, you're going to think that it's too much. And if you're a person that likes to wear a lot of makeup, you're not going to like this because I don't think things will go well on top of it. And that's why I'm going to be taking it off, because if I was just going to wear this with a little bit, and why don't I do that? I'll show you. This with a little bit of the, this is the Miracle Balm in shade Flushed, which is one of their more pigmented shades. I'll show you. And this is emollient too. So that's like a very like easy peasy, no makeup look. I could go out in public like this. I would feel fine. It's just not, I wear more makeup than this. This isn't really the vibe that I have. Like I may have thought I was a no makeup person, but this is no makeup more than me. So good to know. Now I don't have to wonder about these products. They do what they say they're going to do. They are definitely for a customer. I just don't think that that customer is me. This will stay somewhat tacky like the whole day. So I'm going to take this off, and then we're going to use some of the other products and have a face of makeup that's more comfortable for me. Okay, so now I am barefaced again, and I'm going to start over, and this time I'm going to use the Just Enough Tinted Moisturizer. This also applies really well with fingers. As I mentioned, this is, like the last product, very skincare-y. It feels like a moisturizer that just happens to have a little tint in it. Okay. That is my cat. So like the What the Foundation, this doesn't give you a lot of coverage, but this is more of like a tinted face product, base product, complexion product that is for people that have normal or oily skin can wear this because it does set down. So while it is very light coverage, it is a true tinted moisturizer. It sets down. So if if it was on the weekends or somewhere where I didn't need like a lot of makeup, I would be a-okay using this product. However, it does not cover my redness, and it doesn't cover my dark circles in the way that I would want it to. So I am going to add a little bit of concealer. And I'm going to use the Refi Serum Concealer in shade 3, which is my favorite concealer. But because it's a serum concealer, and so it flexes really well. So I don't think it's going to look like I was putting makeup on top of skincare. Hopefully it will be kind of a seamless blend. It's just, we'll have some color, well, some camouflaging of things. Okay. it did what I wanted it to do. It gave me a little bit more coverage in the places where I want coverage, either because I have redness or dark circles. But you can still see my skin through. So it's not, I don't know. I don't feel like it looks like I'm wearing a mask over a tinted moisturizer. Um, and then also, as I am using other products, hopefully everything will blend together a little bit more. I am a little blanked out right now, which is not great. Another thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to use one of those peel off lip liners. I'm going to go ahead and put that on so it can set down. Sashu came out with, it's the Sashu brand. They came out with some additional colors that are, I think, more pale skin friendly. This is one of those. It's called Main Character, which they say is a dark pink. I'll let you decide what you think the color is. I feel like it's kind of a mauve-y color, and it's not very saturated. So while it is a deeper tone, it doesn't have as much pigment in it as some of their stains do. So I feel like it works really well for pale people. So I really like this to kind of fill in that area where you have like the edge of the color part of your lip, and then there's the lighter, like skin colored part of your lip. I fill that in with this, and then it makes my lips look a little bit bigger, more full. And I concentrate it in the center. But I know it's going to look weird as I'm putting my makeup on, but the actual color is substantially lighter than what this looks like right now. All right, so then I need, I'm going to put down some eyeshadow base. I'm going to use the MAC Multi-Sculpt in Painterly. I'm hoping that this helps mattifies my eyelids a little bit so that the pencil works a little bit better. I tend to put my foundation or base product on my eyes. With this tinted moisturizer, that does not work. Because it is a moisturizer, it makes them too, I don't know, like things don't set down. And so any eye product I put on, if I touch it at all during the day, it just wipes right off. So I'm hoping that by putting this on, things will set down and be able to last. That's the theory anyway. I'm also going to add a little bit of just definition to my face. I'm going to use the Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Enhancer in Light. This is a gel-based product. It's kind of like an in-between of a contour and a bronzer. So it's more of a neutral tone. It's not warm, it's not cool. So I just kind of use it where those two products would meet on me to bring back some life in my skin. It doesn't so I feel like it makes a big difference, but it's not a very like noticeable color. It's one of those things that you can notice all of my features so much better now because they're more defined. But if you didn't see me put it on, you wouldn't necessarily know that I had done anything. It's like I'm bringing back my skin from having blanked it out a little bit. I am going to still use the Miracle Balm because it is really pretty in that it gives a flushed color. Like it's what my cheeks would do if I got embarrassed or maybe exerted myself a little bit, got a little bit of sun. They would turn a very similar color. Okay, then I'm just gonna do a real simple, I should do brows. I'm just gonna use the Merit 1980, that's right. 80 is big brows, 90 is little brows. Just so that you can see my brow hair. And this is in light brown. I'm not really wanting brows to look different than my brows look, except I want to know that I have them. Once that dries, I will go through with a spoolie to kind of break up the color. And then I was just going to put like a wash of like a light brown or nude color. I've got the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude palette, and I'm just going to use a little bit of this tender color in the crease to give me some definition. And then I'm just going to put a little bit of stone and then whisper on top. Okay, so there's tender and then a little bit of stone. And then it's always fun to have a little bit of glitter on the eye, so I'm just going to use a little bit of whisper. Which does have some sheen to it. So not really glitter, but just a little bit of sheen to pick up the light. But all of it is very subdued. Now I am going to use the Best pencil in brown. And I just worked that into my lash line on the outer 2/3. And then I'm going to put on a tiny bit of mascara, but I'm going to use my Urban Decay Tube Job in Taupe, which basically makes my lashes the color of my hair. Well, not quite as warm, but my natural lash color is so light. It's like I don't have lashes. So I don't necessarily want to look like I'm wearing mascara, but I want to look like I have eyelashes, and this does a great job of that. Okay, let's see if this is ready to peel off. See, it's hardly noticeable that I have liner on, but it does make my lips look fuller. So it really goes with this light makeup look. The shade of classic lip that I got is the shade Nudist, which is a pinky brown. I love this color. It is a nice neutral pinky brown. I have to put on my glasses so I can see you. Very simple makeup look using Jones Road products. I like all of their products, but I do feel like they have kind of two camps of things. There's the no makeup that what the foundation and the Miracle Balm fit into. It's truly a skincare that has some color. And then they have things that are more makeup-y, like the Best Pencil and the lipstick. And the tinted moisturizer kind of sits somewhere in between those two things. I think if you use the right products with it, it can kind of bridge that gap. I am curious about the new foundation product that they have that are the sticks, wondering if it is more of a traditional makeup product. So I could wear it with their color stuff because I'm really liking the color things. I love this lipstick and I like that classic eyeliner pencil that works like a pencil instead of a gel liner. It just gives you a softer look. Um, and it's so bizarre, but I love the scent of an actual pencil. It's just nostalgia for me. Um, so I am going to try some more Jones Road things, but I think I'm going to look more at the makeup products as opposed to the skincare products because I like my skincare. So I want to keep using my skincare and I don't want to have to not use it because of the makeup products that I'm using. But I love that they had these minis and I could find that out. Anyway, so another adventure in makeup land. Thank you for coming along with me. See you next week.